And we are live! Welcome to the Mythos Mystery Society presents Classified, a Paranoia Red Clearance adventure, brought to you by Schmuckies. Schmuckies, that's treason! I'm Dave, I'll be your, I don't know what they actually call it in Paranoia, I guess friend computer.
Friend computer.
Yeah. For tonight. With that, we'll just kind of go around and everybody introduce themselves and who their character is.
I am Ty. You can find me at Ballin' Brawler on Twitter and here, and on Dice Friday on Tuesdays. And I am playing Boris. Boris something. Boris.
Boris R.
Just Boris.
Something.
RKLF.
I'm Maria. You can find me at Happy Capster on Twitter. Tonight I am playing Liz R. Ray, who is the happiness officer? Morale booster? Something like that. She's great and is lovely and wants everyone to be happy and have a really good time.
I am Jason. I play Drew R. EKT, or Wrecked. I'm the equipment officer. I can also be found as Tech Huddler on most medias. And I also have a guest behind me. This is my new pup, Leia. There she goes. She's just using the spare bed. So, and Emma.
Hello, I'm Emma. You can find me at MK Hansen on Twitter. And tonight I am playing Daisy R. Lan, who is the loyalty officer who hates authority, but likes wielding it.
Only when it goes against her. Alrighty, and with that, we shall start the scenario. Good morning, Cycle citizens of Alpha Complex. The familiar voice of friend computer chimes in as you awake in each of your studio apartment-sized chambers. You've grown accustomed to this routine by now after 3 days of life and multiple deaths. The wake-up message, the mandatory sleep form, the one that you fill out so that friend computer knows you want to request more sleep at the end of the day cycle. And then your morning routine. So we can go by one. Everybody kind of tell me what your morning routine looks like in Alpha Complex. Probably it stays within the confines of your little apartment kind of thing.
Liz gets up really early every day to do some stretching, to make sure to get some delicious friend computer approved caffeinated beverages and or supplements, depending on how they feel that day. They make breakfast for everyone, whether or not anyone eats it or anything. It's kind of just like the thing they do. And then they spend about, I would say 2 minutes at some point before interacting with anyone else inside of like a small room, presumably as soundproof as they can make it, and then they just scream at a mirror and get all of their anger out at the beginning of the day, and then are cheery the rest of the day.
There's like a dark past to this cheery, dumb character. Every morning it's the invisible sadness you don't see. Jesus.
So, Drew is not the easiest to wake up, so he's very sluggish. He gets up and it's kind of just, he knows he's got to get going, so he just slowly gets together, very disheveled, nothing's very well organized, and he kind of just knows he gets in trouble if equipment isn't in the right spot, so he's like constantly checking his room to make sure everything's where he left it.
Boris wakes up. It's crack of simulated dawn and spends hours and hours working out, making sure his body is in the utmost shape. And then he takes shower and bath afterward and scrubs every inch.
Delightful, truly. So Daisy wakes up. Is there something similar, probably run by a friend computer, but similar to like YouTube, but not YouTube?
There's probably some sort of designated content creation thing where everybody looks like they're being forced to smile as they give content.
Great. And Daisy will probably watch some things on there while she slowly wakes up. And she doesn't get out of bed until the last absolute possible moment. And then she gets dressed really quickly and leaves.
Sounds good. So after your designated morning routine, the computer once again chimes in. Important mission for you troubleshooters today. Please report to Vernon G. Height for briefing on this assignment. Looking forward to a day without treason. And you all make your way over to the usual red clearance troubleshooter debriefing room. And notice a few things immediately. The first is that Vernon has been promoted. Yesterday he was a yellow clearance, but today he's sporting a green suit jacket over his new green overalls. Whereas yesterday he was dressed very much like you all were, but in yellow. By now you're aware that your clearance designate what colors you're allowed to interact with legally. Red clearance troubleshooters, such as yourselves, can only wear red clothes, go to red areas, and can only use red colored equipment. The only exception being anything that is black, which is the color for infrared clearance clones, which you are now outrank. As such, Vernon is fine in a red troubleshooter room because he outranks you that by 3 colors. The second is that the room is getting an upgrade. A yellow troubleshooter by the name of Harry Y. Tutt is carrying new screens, new phones, ones that ring silently, and new terminals. The works. And when I say getting an upgrade, I mean this very instant, as none of those new things are plugged in and ready to go. The only things familiar to you all in this room are the mysterious THA poster you saw at the end of last session, and of course the discarded Happy Birthday Friend computer decorations, although the dead body of Harry Y. Tutt's previous clone lays next to it. And with that, Vernon's just kind of directing Harry around. He hasn't noticed that you guys have come in yet.
I will start to mop up dead clone. Yes, it's my job.
Oh, I see you all over there. It's good to see all of you. Troubleshooters, how's your morning cycle going?
It's been lovely. How has yours been?
It's been good. It's been good. I'm getting used to this new green suit. Did you see how green it is? Look at how
It
green
looks
this is.
stunning.
Oh, you bet. And then he just kind of like bosses around the yellow troubleshooter again. Equipment officer, maybe you can help this guy out. He doesn't seem to know what he's doing. The yellow troubleshooter just sighs and looks at you.
What are you looking to procure?
Well, we want to plug that in. We want to plug that in. That in. As you see the problem, though, and he kind of points at the wall, there's one outlet with 2 plugs in it.
Oh.
So.
Well, I guess we'll have to see if we can get some sort of power strip for extra plugins.
He just kind of looks at you like, oh my god, that's a great idea. Do you think there's a power strip in the wall here? He just immediately punches the wall open without waiting for you to respond and starts trying to strip some of the wires out. And as he's doing that, Vernon just kind of goes, I'll let him do his job. Anyway.
Of course, he's making a mess.
Yeah, I will sweep. I will put it in same pile as body. We will all crash together.
I see you've all fallen into your duties very well. That is very nice. But today I have to tell you, troubleshooters, says Vernon G. Height in the gravest of tones, your conduct has been exemplary of late. According to these reports I've received, you've demonstrated initiative, bravery, chutzpah, and even genius in how you have approached the many hardships in your way. And who am I to doubt these reports? That, of course, would be treason. Therefore, he continues, I'm delighted to inform you that Friend Computer has selected you for a very, very, very special mission. This will not be an easy mission. This will not be a safe mission. Dear troubleshooters, we're sending you into a decommissioned sector that, through terrorist sabotage, has suffered damage and decay. That place has to be thoroughly sanitized, and no one has excuse me, no one has a cleaner record than you. Very good, me. The entire sector has to be wiped clean, he continues. Scrubbed from top to bottom to remove all undesirables, so that we can repurpose it and fully reincorporate it back into Alpha Complex. We've had some trouble with communications and infrastructure in there. Once we get the place cleaned up, we can start to get all those things working again. But that's besides the point. We need to get you in there, do your job, and return with proof of your success. He pauses before speaking again. I suppose it doesn't matter exactly how you do your job, as long as you conduct yourselves as loyal troubleshooters. We understand that a thorough cleaning may produce some minor collateral damage, but please be respectful of Alpha Complex. Willful destruction is treasonous. A decent troubleshooter is a diligent troubleshooter. Friend Computer has arranged very special transport for you, and a shuttle is waiting. And with that, does anyone have any questions? I can at least give you a description of what to expect in that sector. If not, please report to Production, Logistics, and Commissary Depot for your equipment, and then head to the transport hub.
I have a question.
Yes, you.
We a lot of our previous work has included scrub bots. Will we be getting a scrub bot?
No. This is you guys. No, no scrub bot needed. You didn't need one in the other two either. You shown good. He's like starting to sweat. Good work. You did good work.
Oh, okay.
Any other questions?
It seems straightforward. There is mess we clean up.
I like that. No
Duh.
questions. Don't need them. That's why you're one of the best. That's why we're sending you on this mission. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, this mission is of the utmost confidentiality. Don't talk about it to anyone except me or the Friend Computer. And then Friend Computer pipes in, please respect the secrecy of this task, troubleshooters. And do not worry, I will be watching your every move and thought to make sure you keep this secret safe. I expect excellence from this group, so I'm sure I won't have to blow any of you to smithereens for even suggesting that your mission is secret to anyone outside of your debriefer or me, the Friendly Computer, who again is watching everything. I will do everything in my power to make sure you all succeed in this task of cleaning this defunct sector. Friend Computer looks forward to reincorporating more sectors into Alpha Complex. Good luck, troubleshooters, and or die trying. And then Vernon says before leaving the briefing room, leaving you all with an arrow that points you to the PLC equipment depot, and of course, Harry Y. Tutt, who continues to diligently duty of trying to figure out how to plug this room's full of electronic equipment into one outlet.
I have a quick question for Dave.
For me.
Not Friend Computer, yes.
We'll see how that goes.
Since it's a new day, do treason stars clear, or do they carry over no matter what?
Oh, I want to say they carry. How many you got? Is it 4?
4.
I want to say they carry over until you die.
Okay.
Good luck. I believe in you, citizen.
Getting clear. All right, I'll walk out the door and follow my arrow.
Follow your arrow. Paint with all the colors of the wind. Everybody just going to PLC?
Liz is clapping like to herself as they're walking out and just saying, I've never had a secret before.
It's not a secret if you tell everybody.
Well, they won't say it when they leave, but like while staying in compliance in this room with everyone else.
You like feel Friend Computer somehow watching you more than ever. Like it's always watching, but like now it's got specific focus on you. Like it's almost like every single time you pass any of the little bulb cameras, the red light just kind of passes you even more so than usual. But yes, so you make your way to Production, Logistics, and Commissary, and as you enter the PLC, the second you do, 2 groups of infrareds look up to see you, then look back down on the forms they were filling out, just before several guns come down from the ceiling and shoot all of them dead. Behind you, the door closes and locks as you hear the clone tubes deposit them in the hallway. And they, like, through the little window, you just see them all just go, what was that? And behind the counter for the equipment, Jenny OTHA6 is happily sitting behind the counter, wearing a full suit of safety equipment, and the equipment cage is now covered in soft mats. She smiles, missing a tooth. Hey there, everyone! She laughs and coughs a little bit. How can I help you all?
I'll go up and give her the assignment number saying we need equipment for a cleanup job.
Oh, okay. Seeing it looks like the friend computer is really busting out all the stops for you guys, huh? And she goes to elbow you, somehow hurts herself a little bit, even though it's covered in padding. And it's like, yeah, the padding's a little too tight here. Okay, well, here's what you guys get. And I'm going to, actually, I'll just tell you what these things are, and I can go into more detail about them if you need them. But one of them is basically equipment officer. You're going to hand these out to whoever you deem fit. One of them is a little laser pointer robot. One of them is 3 large tubs of grease. One of them is a grapple gun, like the same as the previous episode that we had that in. And another one is a flashlight.
What does
You
that
said
mean?
Flash, right?
Yeah.
Flash.
Yes.
Trying to confirm.
Give yourself a
But
treason
there were
star.
giant quotation marks.
It looks like a flashlight.
So, the description of the flashlight is, since Alpha Complex is usually lit at all times, R&D had to reverse engineer this item from old records. The result is a light, sturdy torch with a powerful beam that constantly flashes on and off.
Oh, God.
The only other thing that isn't super descriptive is the laser pointer robot, which is a small targeted beam of light useful for indicating things at a distance without shooting them. Not much use as a light source, but for unclear reasons, this has been retrofitted onto the chassis of a small wheeled bot with the intelligence similar to a hamster, and it obeys spoken command.
Hamster bot.
Okay. Okay. I will give the 3 large tubs of grease to Boris and be like, I keep these from making a mess.
I will apparently keep these and never use them. Duh.
I would assume that, I guess, for you, they make like a belt so you can wear all 3 of them on your back.
Sure.
And it's just like strapped.
Like a
against
vest.
your chest, like, yeah.
I will give the grapple gun to our security officer, Emma.
Wait, I was about to say, she's a loyalty officer. We don't have
Oh,
a security
loyalty officer. Oh. This is close enough.
There is a security officer. I gave it to no one.
Well, I'll give Emma the grapple gun.
She has the most experience.
I will give Maria. You can have the flashlight.
Oh, good. Mm.
All right, I'll control the robot.
The little robot. So the little robot kind of rolls out from the desk, and it kind of like slides up your pant leg and goes onto your shoulder, and it just goes like it's really, and it's got 2 tiny arms, so it just goes like this.
Yeah. Excellent.
Name him. Give him a name. It grabs your face. Name me.
You're gonna be Lazarus.
Oh my. Laz are us it is.
Excellent.
Alrighty. And Jenny sits behind the counter and she goes, oh, hey, just so you guys know, I think there's a good piece of equipment that isn't on this list that would do you really good. And she pulls out something called a Hi There high-def steady camera. And it's like a camera that captures images at a much higher resolution and broader spectrum than the standard Cortec implant, which again are just the chips in your heads that see everything you see and read everything you think about. And this camera is mounted onto a complex frame that can be worn on the Troubleshooter's upper body. And friend computer goes, good catch, Jenny. What is your... Y? Is it O? O or Y?
Y-O-U.
Jenny, Good catch, Jenny OTHA6. Give yourself 500 XP points for the good suggestion.
I clap.
Yay.
Uh,
I clap for her.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, you're able to give that to anybody you want to. You only got one.
I'm this is big and bulky. Let's I'm gonna put it on Boris.
So he's
Yeah.
got 3
Tubs of grease on my back.
and then a giant. This camera
Yep.
is like a metal frame thing with like a camera that sits out like that, like almost like a really heavy duty GoPro.
So it balances you out. You got the barrels on the back and you got
Correct.
the camera on the front.
Yeah.
Not only is it great exercise, it will capture all of my cleaning adventures in high definition.
Your turning radius will need some work though.
And with that, does anybody have any questions, or would you like to buy any optional equipment or anything like that?
I have a comment,
Oh.
and it's that you look lovely in this new getup.
Oh, thank you. I think so too. It comes in all the right colors. Orange. Give yourself 25 XP points for doing a good job, Happiness Officer. Anybody else? Everybody else? No. Okay, bye.
Great, thank you. Bye.
She shuts the curtain or the like metal shutter thing for the little booth she's in, and then a arrow points you to your next destination, which is the transport hub.
I plan on just following the arrow.
Follow the
Yes.
arrows. Okay. As you leave, the door to the PLC opens, the infrared see you, and then they get gunned down again, descend from the ceiling. And then they're now back in the room they were just in, but they're now -2 clones. They're like, come on! Alrighty, but you reach the transport hub, which looks like a vast mechanical cavern with bridges leading to its center. Each bridge has a large Each bridge has a large transport pod floating near it, ready to bring citizens of Alpha Complex anywhere they need to reach that elevators can't. There is only one pod docked at the moment, despite there being dozens of bridges. The other bridges list times the pod should arrive, the time arrives, and then the timer resets, but the pod never arrives. As such, this pod has been designated specifically for you, despite the grumpy group of orange clearance troubleshooters who have been waiting on the bridge for 2 day cycles. So basically there's just like a bridge, a bunch of grumpy like orange clearance guys just kind of giving you all the stink eye as the transport waits for you.
I'll just get on and wave at them as I slowly back into the door.
One of them goes to flick you off but stops and then sweats a little bit. So it's like it just points. All of them then do that. Pew pew pew.
I tell Lazarus to point at them.
You get one of them in the eyes. Ah! Ah! He falls off of the bridge. All the other ones just kind of look at him like, he didn't die down there though, so he didn't respawn. They're just trying to figure out how to get him back up. But yeah, I'm
gonna tell Lazarus he did a great job.
You used the equipment properly because you used it to not shoot at them. Just to point at them. And as you all board the pod, before you can even sit down, the pod rockets out of the dock. A dizzying whirl of Alpha Complex shoots by as you're all pressed against the walls of this pod. The outside of the windows looking like someone threw a Lego set into a washing machine. And then, just as quickly as it started, it comes to a halt, and everyone is thrown about the cabin of the pod. The pod is now docked at a strange sight. The air is musty, a light fog floats through this abandoned sector. You've never felt cold before in Alpha Complex, but you feel cold now, so it is an unusual feeling. The lights flicker over the bridge, leading to the rest of the sector. And unlike the transport depot, you aren't inside of a large cavern. It's more like you're in the middle of a large room instead. Imagine the transport pod's here, and then the room circles around it, kind of like that. the bridge leads to a platform that surrounds the pod, and above the bridge you can see in the fleeting light, "Welcome to Sector THA," to which somebody has graffitied below it, "which does not exist."